over the week, we had Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast dropped a video, and this is not the first instance that this has happened. So the previous one, Mr. Beast dropped the video where he was making people see again. He was blind.
Yeah.
They were blind, and he was helping them see again. And there was a lot of controversy. You would think that the man was doing everyone justice, but people were up in arms about it. They were saying that, hey, you're only doing this because you're trying to make money off your YouTube video. You're trying to do views. Like, yes, you're doing a good thing, but you're doing it for a bad reason. Fast forward, and now what happened? Mr. Beast was out here, and he's doing the same thing again, just in a different way. He's giving everybody a bunch of shoes, their first pair of shoes, and everyone's up in arms about that too. They're like, hey, you're still doing the same thing. You're still only doing it for your own benefit. What's good? So, Sterling, the question I have is this valid? Should Mr. Beast be canceled over this, or are we liking what he's doing out here? Is he doing a good thing?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a double-edged sword, to be honest with you, Mike. I mean, at the end of the day, you and I both know it is like a really good deed. Like, I mean, if I had the money to help people, I'm going to help them. But at the same time, I do understand where people can be up in arms about it a bit and be like, yo, we know, like, these videos are going to blow up. You're already one of the biggest YouTubers in the world on the platform, let alone you're about to do something that none of these other YouTubers are doing. That's the whole point of it, though. Like, if you think about YouTube is about being creative and be able to be different, and he's doing things that are different. He has the monetary funds to do so, and he has all the people around him to do it as well, and finds issues and wants to better solve them to the best of his ability with the amount of money that makes sense for him and his team. But my point is like, look, you go to a place where they were specifically in the video, the guy says the only thing separating these kids from getting an education is a pair of shoes. Literally a pair of shoes. How many of us right now got our first pair of shoes basically out the womb?
I got one literally out the womb, and I've never worn it before, but it just had my information up there, my weight and all that. So we just had a wasted pair of shoes.
Yeah, I mean, like we have the luxury of living in a first world country where all that stuff's normal. But you go to third world, you go to these countries that aren't even considered. Sometimes I wouldn't even consider them third world. They're in a whole other universe than us because that's just how it is. That's how it looks for us if we step over to those lands. But I don't think he should be canceled. I get it, 100,000% why people want to cancel with the way cancel culture is now. But in reality, bro, like this guy is doing something that a lot of people will never have the money or the will to do. So for me, I mean, I could be a hater sometimes, and I could easily say, yeah, I can't him. I'll be honest. But I will say Mr. Beast is doing a good thing, just like he did with the blind folks. And that's just once again America trying to be overly audacious and putting themselves in everything. We always put ourselves in wars, bro. We put ourselves in wars every single year. There's a new war we're in. Next thing you know, we're in a nuclear warfare because of our dumbasses. But when somebody goes out there and does something good and they're not fighting and nuking places and blowing places up and shooting kids, shooting all types of people, they want to throw hands up for it.
Right.
I mean, it just sounds crazy to me, but I want to see your thoughts on it. I'd imagine it'd be similar, but I don't know.
No. So yeah, I think there's a part that I agree with what you said, but there's a part that I feel like you didn't hit on is Mr. Beast as a person. Mr. Beast is making, I think his YouTube channel makes like $100 million a year. Let that sit. Let that sit. This man is living in Greenville, North Carolina. He's already he is on some simpleton, no big shot billionaire. Someone offered him $1 billion for his YouTube business. $1 billion. He's not on any of that right now. He's in Greenville. He's just making good content. He's doing great things. And I feel like what people have to remember, man, is like, okay, he's benefiting off of it on his YouTube channel and he's doing these good things. But what's wrong with that? What happened to a mutual exchange? Everything is built on mutual exchange. This is why we have currency, because I'm not just going to give you something. I'm not just going to give you milk. You got to pay for it, my bro. You got to pay for it, my dog. This ain't no charity. You got to pay for it, my bro. So Mr. Beast is out here and he's curing eyesight he's also giving people their first pair of shoes. The only thing I'm gonna go against that, bro. Did you see them shoes, Sterling? Them shits were beat, dog. Them shits was beat. If you out here curing eyesight, if you could pay for people to see again, the least you could do is get some fly shoes, my dog. You can get some Jordans, some J's on their feet. My dog gave him. He didn't even give her some Skechers grade shoes. Those some beat shoes. They gonna be looking. They gonna need a new pair of shoes 3 months from the line. But that's besides the point, though. That's beside the point. He gonna have them niggas. Their feet gonna be fucked up, yo. That's all I'm saying. Their nerves gonna go bad. Running on them rocks. I know they can feel every goddamn rock in them shoes, bro. That's my problem. If we gonna cancel him over those busted ass shoes he giving those kids and trying to act like he did something special, bro. Nah, but
Oh my god.
but for real, and what people don't understand is Mr. Beast also has a YouTube charity account. So the very first video where he cured people's eyesight, yes, that was for profit. That was a mutual exchange. I think he knew that video was going to blow the fuck up. So why not cure people's eyesight and make a buck? Second, Mr. Beast reinvests all his income back into the business. So he ain't even doing it for the money, man. If he's doing it, he's doing it because he's trying to make the next big video. But the reason why I brought up the charity account is because the shoes, when he gave away the free shoes, all the profits and proceeds from that account goes into the Mr. Beast charity fund. So he's not even making money off of that. So I don't even know why people are up in arms over this. It really doesn't make sense to me. Like you said, we always got to be in some kind of war. We always got to have some kind of villain. And it always be the people that ain't do shit that want to be mad about it. The people that they tweeting like, when's the last time you put your change from McDonald's in the St. Jude's jar?
That's facts.
Right?
That's
I know every
facts,
single
bro.
one of us look at them like, hey, you trying to put $1 in St. Jude's jar? Hell no, I'm trying to pay for this Big Mac and get the fuck out of here, yo.
That's facts, bro. That's
So
facts.
all I'm trying to say is, like, look at yourself in the mirror. My man's doing big things. Yeah, he's profiting off of it. He's making it big, but all he's doing is creating a platform and sustaining a platform where he's able to continue to do cool things like this. And the more money he makes, the bigger and better these charity-like videos are going to come about. I'm excited to see where it goes, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, and like to kind of piggyback off that just a little bit. I mean, with the charity account, right? I mean, I just read a tweet while you were talking. This guy says, Mr. Beast found the money glitch where philanthropy pays for more philanthropy, and I was like, damn, that's so true. Because like, think about it, like, and it doesn't matter if Mr. Beast was like seen like the nicest guy in public to everyone, like, and like back behind closed doors, he's the biggest asshole ever. It don't matter. Guess what? Guess what you're gonna do? You still gonna pull up that video for 30 seconds and give him a view, and he's gonna make money off of it. It does not matter. So for him as a businessman, I respect him as a businessman because he seems like an honest businessman. A lot of businessmen out here, no offense to anybody that does watch it, we know that there's some shady stuff that goes on behind closed doors. We know this, but from the outside looking in, it seems like this guy's got the right intentions. And if he's got the right intentions, if he is adamant about it, like, bro, give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's move on to the next thing, because maybe this could be the same guy that could maybe stop us from freaking going every other year and going to fight wars. Maybe we try to help people. We always say we got to help people with democracy until we blow up their entire city, and then we're like, oh, we'll help you with democracy now. It don't make no logical sense. But that's just the United States of America. That's just what we've been built on, and we're built to never understand the positive. We're always built to negative. That's how we are now, and the culture and the way social media is now. It just makes it a lot easier on those platforms to express those feelings. So, I mean, at the end of the day, the man's doing a great deed. If I had the cash to do it, and obviously he's getting write-offs for that shit too, which is insane.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, he ain't stupid. He knows tax code as well. But I'm not saying he's doing it just because of that. But I'm saying if I had the money, if I had the means, if I had the platform to do it, I would definitely go out and help people that were a little less fortunate than me, or actually a lot less fortunate than I was, and be able to help them the best way they can to get the simple thing, which was education, which we take for granted every single day. So, I mean, more power to him. Props up to him, Mr. Beast. If you ever watch our video, I know you'll come around to it eventually. Big props to you, man. Mad respect.
Hey, and that's honestly a good point that you brought up. The fact that he might be creating the blueprint for capitalism and philanthropy instead of this whole, the all the crap that these big companies give us. We give back blah 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 blah. We can't see what you're really doing. You tell us you do these things. Maybe you're
Hmm.
doing some fancy accounting in the back end that makes it look like you're doing these things. And like you said, tax write-offs and whatnots. But
Yeah,
Mr. Beast might be actually creating the blueprint for capitalism to do some real beneficial philanthropy events that we can see, we can feel how it's changing people. These things are big. These are like he's doing some crazy stuff. He's making people see again. Like, how can you
that's
find a way to
wild.
be mad at that? I mean, I don't even care. I don't care if he's got cameras in their face. They didn't even know they had a camera in their face. They couldn't see. They didn't even know they were being filmed till my bro fixed their eyesight. He was like, "Oh
Oh
yeah, by
shit!
the way,
Ever?
by the way, is it okay if I use this for this YouTube video?" He's like, "What's YouTube?" Like, word.
Chill out, bro. Yeah. Oh, oh my god. No, man. I mean, like you're 100% right. And I wanted to, kind of roll into this next topic here because just speaking, I know you mentioned earlier that somebody had offered Mr. Beast $1 billion for his YouTube channel, basically, and his platform, and basically him just continue to create content, but them getting the majority of the royalties out of it. 100% agree with them not doing that. And there's a video, if you guys do have a chance to go out there and watch it, he talks about why he didn't do it, and not only the money, but for what it means to him. So definitely check it out if you guys haven't seen it. But speaking of that and selling, profitable things for yourself,